Tragedy struck today close to Subang, Jaya. Basically, what happened was like there's reporting of a huge gas leak happening at 8:10 a.m. and it happened somewhat close to a Petronas station, right? A petrol station. So much so that people initially thought that the fire actually broke out from a gas explosion in the petrol station. But that is not the case. So at 8:10 a.m., they got a report that there was a gas leak from the fire department. The gas leak resulted in a huge explosion that you can now see in this dashcam video from this car. The explosion is what we will almost deem as something like almost like a big atom bomb kind of a mushroom cloud that has happened, and it's particularly orange in color, indicating that there's a huge amount of supply of flammable materials, which is true because the gas pipe leaked, resulting in the explosion. Now, as you can see, many of these cars are actually going to the side of the road to actually in awe of exactly what has just happened, because this thing is not normal to be able to be seeing something of like, I don't know, it's like 60 stories high. I can't determine the exact height, but it's crazy high on explosion. Let me just rewind the clip again, and you can see how the thing grew in size. Like, it just grew in size so big, so large, so fast, and majority of people are just taking it all. They'll just park the car at the side of the road and have a look at it. Now, many firefighters actually did show up to the site, some from varying departments and different districts. But the thing is, they just don't have the capacity to remove a fire of that magnitude in Subang, Jaya, a very densely populated area. Now, pretty much at this time, the fire has grown so big, so large, that it's now causing a huge firestorm to be affecting neighboring houses as well. Now, for reference, this is the location of the exact coordinates of the fire that has taken place. But looking again at the Google Maps, at this coordinate, there is a temple right next to it, Sri Maha Kaliaman Temple. But more importantly as well, there's also housing areas that's also right next to it under Jalan Putra Harmony 1/3. So majority of these houses are suffering a huge amount of losses to property. Example videos like this. The question is there enough time to evacuate? I would feel so, because the source of fire only came from one direction, and as where wind carries, it possibly can only push the fire into one direction or two, maybe 45-degree angle at both sides, but it cannot push the fire on the opposite side of the wind. It just doesn't make sense, right? So I would always say, like, I think the best way to evacuate this safe area is to understand the wind direction, understand where the fire has happened, and understand what's in the line. So right now, this whole neighborhood under Jalan Putra Harmony 1/3 is in the line of fire. So it makes sense that they need to evacuate these people as fast as possible. And I do think there's sufficient time to evacuate. I feel so. Considering other kind of natural disasters, this perhaps still have time to evacuate. And someone managed to clip this drone footage of the fire, possibly right around like between 9 to 10 o'clock a.m. That's where the fire is still rising up, but not above like 60 stories. It's settling to like close to like 45 stories high. So in this drone footage, you can see that the neighboring houses are now only just catching on fire. They're not charred yet. And that's why I'm assuming that it's possibly shot in between 9 10 a.m. This video was not shot by me. I'm not involved in this. This video was sent to me on WhatsApp to review, and this is like one of the effects of what I feel like a very good aerial surveillance, right? Like this FPV drone can be now shared on WhatsApp to be given to fire department securities to understand where the wind direction is coming from, where the fire is blowing into. Is the fire now developing into a 70-story high, or is the fire actually subsiding to like 45 stories high? There's just a degree of what only firemen can do. If the fire is been up to like 70 stories, like initial what we see in the big cloud explosion, there's only so much that we can do, right? But if the fire goes down to a lower degree, either by interventions of closing the gas pipes or just by having the fire nature is just burning so much of the fuel that it's just running out, then the fire departments can safely go in and neutralize the fire. But in any case, like this video, you can see that the fire was still pretty intense, and this is very critical. Like a lot of analysis can be done through using this FPV drone video. And I'm just reading the news now, they have successfully closed off the gas pipe. But as well as there are also people being trapped in their housing areas. The search and rescue are currently at operations to rescue them. So where all the people that are being rescued goes to, right? So they're being brought into a multi-purpose hall close by to Masjid Putra Height, which is closer to Puchong. And to top it off, I just want to, again, like this channel is always a filmmaking channel, and I always want to talk about filmmaking gear. So, looking into like what the technology has brought is into like the WhatsApp and the ability to record on phones. We get access to information super fast, super rapid, and it's currently, as of filming right now, it's already like 12, and this incident happened at 8, and I'm able to gather in so much footage from the ground, from people are basically sharing all these images online or through WhatsApp. So there was also like a notion from CAAM, my favorite buddies over at CAAM. They put out a notice to have a no-fly drone zone, to basically say like you are not able to fly your drone to capture in the videos of this affected area. Now this is, I kind of agree on where safety concerns has been in place. There isn't a very good way to put it, but can you imagine like the source, that whole area is being swarmed by legions of drones, of people that are just so uncoordinated, right? Amateur drone pilots, like people like me, right? And that will be a huge hazard. But I cannot deny the yield that you get out from this result of you flying the drone. Is like, I mean, like, look at this footage that we got from this FPV drone from an anonymous sender, right? This is incredible information that can be processed by, again, people like us, or even understanding the where the direction the wind is coming from. Should you evacuate? Should you, is there enough time to take your belongings and evacuate, or should you like get out of there now and leave all your stuff behind? Videos like this are very important, and videos like this are also very important to keep track of the people that's around the local vicinity as well, that are not alerted about this situation. So again, like coming back to this CAAM, I would feel like they're doing a good move for banning in drones, and they're super fast to respond to this. They posted this on their social medias across very fast, and there are people sharing it again and again. I do feel like, because on my previous video, I always talk ill about CAAM on how they process drone license permit. This is an example of where I feel like it's warranted, right? Like there's clearly people will still break the law, people will still like not fly for permit and do these kind of things. As what I mentioned in the previous video, CAAM only now allows a permit of emergency services like fire rescue, search and rescue, all these things, only during the Bulan Ramadan, which is April 1st to April 28th. So we cannot fly our drones at any time of this time, right? Because again, you have to apply it before 7th March or 6th of March. So coming to this point, like A, nobody can fly the drone anyways, and B, they just want to reinforce the fact that nobody should be flying the drone, and C, this is a emergency case. They don't want you clustering that place up because they themselves are doing aerial reconnaissance as well. So kudos CAAM, you've done something like I agreed with you, and I really do feel sorry for whoever is having severe losses due to the fact of this fire. I hope that everything is done, but as I'm seeing the report, yes, they've closed out the gas, yes, fire departments are going on it, and yeah, it seems like a accident, but I'm willing to look into like how did this accident happen. But damn, I don't know, man. I feel sorry for those who are involved, and yeah, stay safe, man.